he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
We're back. We're back. We're getting Doug back.
Yeah, baby.
What up, boy?
How you doing, man? Welcome to the Habitual Line Steppers podcast, y'all. I'm Garrett Langley Henson.
I'm Terry Ricardo DeShazo II.
And we are coming live to y'all out of North Carolina, a red state in a blue nation. Hey, one time. Hey, cheers, homie.
Cheers, homie. Special shout out to Joe Biden.
We did it.
Shout out Joe Biden, man. That shit's crazy. Hey, real quick talk. You were saying you didn't think he was going to fucking win, which is astounding to me.
I didn't think he had enough juice, man.
I mean, he doesn't have any juice. But Trump kind of fucked up this year, so it's kind of hard to say like that he was going to win or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing for sure, bro. Kamala Harris is the finest VP of all time.
Hey, man, look, she's hot. She's definitely hot. But I don't know. She's hot. I was going to be like, we can't just talk about her brains. And now I'm just like, nah. Fuck it.
My God.
She's got some big ass titties.
I wanted you to make a case for a hotter VP because you realize they're all men.
Hotter VP? Ooh, shit. What? Dick Cheney? He was straight.
He's a big dick right there, homie. I don't know if she can handle all that.
Coming through with that 12 gauge. Watch out.
Man. And I don't know if I can handle all this. Now the NBA is back, man. Yesterday they were going to return on the 22nd of December. It's going to be a 72-game season.
They locked it down.
Yeah, which I find is interesting. That might be the path going forward, I think, have a 72-game season.
I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see. Like, apparently, this shit, the coronavirus is back again. We're in the second wave. They've been talking about the fucking second wave for how long? We're like, the second wave's coming, the second wave's coming. Now it's here when we want to have Thanksgiving.
Oh, bro.
We want to have Thanksgiving now. You want to have a fucking second wave? I got a wedding in 7 days, bro. 7 fucking days.
You thought. Nah, it's definitely happening. I already got my suit tailored and everything. So,
but nah. Anyways, I mean, who's to say? Like, if next year is like a normal year, then I think they're gonna run it back. They're gonna go back to like the old way, like the 82 game schedule. But
dude, I know the owners don't want to give up any money, right? So like that, those 10 games represent millions of dollars that they're losing, but if they like try to keep the type of like play-in type of aspect that they have in the bubble, or they replace that 10 games with some type of like mid-season tournament, like they have in soccer, like how they have domestic cups and stuff. If they come up with something like that, and then they make the prize. Let's just say you win the mid-season tournament, and then you get extra $7 million, like a mid-level exception or whatever, to like so extra $7 million in cap room, and then you get a 31st pick.
Yeah, it's gotta be like some money incentive type of thing. Because I was thinking like maybe whoever wins like the tournament gets an automatic playoff lock or some bullshit like that. But then it's like once you get that lock halfway in the season, they're just like, all right. We're not going to fucking play James Harden anymore or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you got to give them some. I think that's why I like the 31st pick, because it would be like the first pick of the second round. So it still has like value.
A little bit. It
has some value. And then $7 million more dollars at cap room. Like,
I could take that. I'd take that all day.
That's the difference on a championship team right there.
Hell yeah.
Adding like a ninth man and it being able to play 9 people instead.
Also, you can use or you can use that pick for like trade bait later on.
Right, exactly.
like a championship team.
We could do what Chicago did when they sold their pick for cash
Oh yeah.
to the Warriors. And for Jordan Bell, who was like the 33rd pick, it was just still a super high pick.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. Any tournament I'm down to see. Because the playing games last year were like, I mean, they had that one actual play-in game. But like the bubble games before the playoffs, the ones that mattered, they were actually really fun to watch.
They were good. And the actual play-in game was really fun to watch too.
Yeah,
it felt like the playoffs already, the play-in game.
I mean, whenever you can like get a team to have some urgency, midway in the season or any time in the season, it's not just a fucking regular game.
Yeah.
Like, you try to do that because
make the product better.
Yeah. There's so many meaningless games during the season, that a lot of teams just throw away. They're just like, oh, we got a back-to-back Utah, and then the next game is versus like some shit team.
So that's the other thing that I think they're going to try to do with this is with the Rona and the travel and everything. I think they're going to try to like clump up all the groups where you have your games. So you know what I mean? You go out and play like everyone in the Northeast, then you play the Midwest, then you play the Southeast. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that makes more sense. That makes way more sense than what they were doing before. Like absolutely killing the players with travel. Like they're straight murdering their legs, man.
The schedule makes no sense, and then like you play your division 4 times, and division winners get the first 4 seeds in the playoffs regardless of record. But like nobody gives a fuck about divisions. There are no rivals. Like it's not like football where it's like, oh shit, like we're in the same division. Can't wait to see them this year. Like when the Hawks play the Magic or the Hawks play the Hornets, like nobody gives a fuck.
No, nobody cares. Nobody cares at all because you can't drum up the shit anymore. It's too much player movement. You can't drum up a rivalry out of nothing. So it's like, just do it this way. I should never, ever hear the phrase like, oh, here's a schedule win tonight. We just played too many games and too many nights in a row. So we're just going to lose it.
So hopefully now that it's down to 72, there'll be less of that. And I wouldn't mind going forward. Like, is it really necessary that you play your division 4 times? Like, I don't really think that's necessary. I think playing the same team 3 times in one season is plenty. Yeah.
Well, I guess they only do it because, like, if you win your division, you get, an advantage over, like, the team. Like, you get the 4 seed over, like, a 5 seed. Like, if you win your division, you get home field advantage or home court advantage or whatever. That's why they do that.
Right. But you could still do that. Just only have them play 3 times. They don't need to play. Everyone plays each other 3 times, not 4.
Yeah, they don't need to play. Yeah, I don't care. Like if they do play 4 teams, that's fine, or 4 games, that's fine with me. But they be playing them too. Like they're not spread out enough. Like they have them play once, then 20 games they'll play again. But then all of a sudden, like they'll play them in 2 weeks.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's the shit that pissed me off. That like, LeBron will play this division game against the Kings for the 4th time and then miss a nationally televised game against the Celtics or whatever for rest.
Yeah. See, I think that's what they're going to work on, like with this one. They're going to jam the shit in. It's going to be a lot of games, but they're going to work on like what marquee games are going to be played at like certain times. They're going to try to spread those out so that they can get all the stars to play.
Well, I'm so excited, bro. Like, Christmas Day is going to be lit. MLK Day is going to be fucking lit.
Yep.
I can't even. Where's All-Star Weekend this year?
Shit, I don't know.
Bro, can we even have All-Star Weekend in a pandemic? Like,
nope. I guess these stocks going to have to wait another year. It's over, man.
They might as well host it in Oklahoma City this year, then.
Give Oklahoma a trial run.
Yeah, give them a shot during a pandemic. Be like, we'll give this shit to you guys again. So enjoy it.
If you look at the numbers, it didn't seem to work. There was nobody in the crowd. So we won't have it in Oklahoma again.
Oh man. What do you think would be the worst All-Star city of all the teams in the league?
The worst All-Star city? I mean, Oklahoma's up there.
Oklahoma City.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's bad. San Antonio.
Maybe, yeah. That'd probably be bad. Apparently, Charlotte was pretty shit.
I feel like people just didn't know where to go.
That's what they said. Like, the players were just like, where do we go? We don't know what the fuck is here. Like, we had no idea what the fuck was going on in Charlotte. They said a lot of people just went to fucking Atlanta. They just hopped on those PJs, the private jets, and just like went to Atlanta. And they're like, fuck this.
I believe it's like 25 minutes away.
Yeah, on a plane. Yeah. Really
but
close.
Michael Jordan had a party. I'll go to fucking Michael Jordan's party any day.
MJ had a party. J. Cole had one, apparently.
Yeah, I don't want to hear this shit. I didn't know where to go. Michael Jordan and J. Cole had fucking parties. If you guys are too cool to hang out with Michael Jordan and J. Cole, then
sounds like it. You weren't living. Were you living?
Who are they hanging out with? Fucking the ghost of Elvis Presley and Nelson Mandela and shit. Like,
I don't know, man. Were you living in Charlotte at the time?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was there.
So how was it?
It was pretty wild. Like, I was working in the bars. Like, so we were pretty packed. You got your standard like flocks of women coming in there, like 6 pounds of makeup on, trying to throw some coochie at an athlete and hope it sticks.
So here's the main problem they said was in Charlotte, which I've heard from many sources, that the women were disgusting. They just weren't hot. Now, is this true?
Nah, it definitely wasn't true. There's a lot of talent out there, bro. I think, like, I don't.
Wait. Before you go, you're looking at it through the eyes of you. Now, look at it through the eyes of LeBron James.
Should I get my step stool?
Yeah.
Right.
Look at it through the eyes of someone who makes $70 million.
All right. Well, LeBron James is a happily married man to his high school sweetheart. So looking at it through his eyes, I imagine he didn't see there as much that he'd be interested in.
All right. So look at it through the eyes of who we want to say. Who's the best? I don't know, like Tristan Thompson.
No. Who on the? They had to make the All-Star team, right?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler? Oh, yeah. You know he went to Atlanta. He was like the first one. He was probably the first one I played to Atlanta. Absolutely. He didn't even give us a chance, man.
Nah, they didn't. But you know what I mean. Like, look at it through the eyes of them. Were the girls out through the
Charlotte,
eyes?
bro, like, Charlotte is not like Miami. The women here, we got real women. I like it. Our queens down here in Queen City, they got bodies that were made by God, not by a surgeon, or they're not recyclable. You know what I mean? So I'm moving on for our queens down here. I thought we were out here looking pretty good, man.
All right. Hey, look, I hear what you're saying, but you're confirming what I believe.
Also, bro, again, this is Charlotte. Like, you girls walk around with bonnets on and like the slippers with fucking fur on them in the middle of anything here, in the middle of a bank, in the middle of like whatever. You go to Miami, like, bitch can't be caught in daylight and something like that. Like, no way. It's a different standard of like how you gotta look when you step out.
I feel you. I mean, you're deep diving hard on it. You're deep diving hard on it. I get where you're coming from. Like Jimmy Butler, yeah. All right, I'm just saying, like, in the eyes of the NBA player, whether the girl's hot or not.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
they're hot.
You think so?
Yeah. It honestly, like, all right, it reminded me a lot of like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of whatever type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's all women. They're like, you know, early 30s, like late 30s, like could have been like a first round draft pick, but like they blew their knee out. You know what I mean? It was a lot of Sebastian Telfairs and you know, Sean Livingston's and stuff like that.
Shit, yeah. I don't know. I feel like, was I there or was I not? Did I go visit you or no?
I don't think you were there. The real joint where it was really kicking was not All-Star Weekend, but it was the CIAA.
Oh yeah. That's always something crazy.
CIAA, the Charlotte turns up for that shit.
Yeah, CIAA is always crazy. A lot of people may not know about that.
Yeah, let me educate you whites. It's a tournament
Go ahead, white man. Explain it. Explain to me what CIAA is.
All right. It combines two of black people's favorite things: other black people and basketball. It's a tournament for like all the HBCUs and a bunch of different schools where like they have a lot of talented players that didn't have like grades to get in like go play at Kentucky and shit. But the level of play generally is pretty high. But everyone just is like fucked up and as ratchet as a motherfucker. And
Nah, CIAA is dope.
yeah.
CIAA.
They moved that to Atlanta. But speaking of moving teams to different cities, where would you move the Raptors to next season? Where would you make them play? Because they can't play in fucking Toronto.
Why not? Is it too much bullshit going down?
Yeah, the pandemic, travel, coronavirus stuff. Like, yeah.
Continental. Damn. Continental. They're in the same continent. I'm tripping. Cross country.
Country dental, motherfucker.
Yeah. Shit. Probably like Buffalo.
Buffalo.
They're close as shit to Buffalo.
Where would they play though? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's like a stadium there or something.
University of Buffalo.
They got something there, yeah. I mean, if it's not going to be any fans, anyways.
I feel like that's a bad solution.
The biggest. That's probably the closest, biggest city that has a stadium.
Care about close anymore. That doesn't matter.
You want them to be somewhere.
These Raptors fans aren't going to be driving across the border to Buffalo to go check watch OG Anunoby shoot corner threes.
Swear to God, if you look it up right now, Buffalo and Toronto are like mad close. It's close.
Yeah, I know it is. I think that a lot of people are talking about Kansas City.
What? Why would they make him go all the way to Kansas City?
Because they about to stay there. It's about to be their home, like for the whole season. Like
they bubbling them again?
No, like just for the Raptors. Like they'll play all their games in Kansas City, all their home games.
So you're gonna make all of the Toronto Raptors people go to fucking Kansas City?
Yeah, like they're gonna be using somebody else's facilities the whole time. So you might as well make it a legit city instead of something like Buffalo, or go to Seattle.
That's far as fuck. If I'm on the Raptors, I'm asking for a trade right now. I'm trying to be at, like, I can't go home. Like, you got me all the way in Seattle. You got me in Kansas City, dude. They don't even get paid that much. Did you know, like, if you play in Canada, you don't even get paid as much as the dudes who live in America. You get taxed.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. But if you play in America now, that's not going to happen.
God damn. At least put me in New York City. At least that's kind of close.
A third team?
No, I'm saying like, you're saying like, you're only saying moving them just for the season, right? Not forever.
Yeah, just for this season.
Dude, put me in New York City. It's the biggest city. It can handle it, right?
Bro, they already got two teams. What?
Welcome. They both suck. I mean, the Nets might be okay this year.
Oh my God.
We could replace the Knicks. How about that?
We could play like St. John's or like where?
Probably. They got a big enough stadium.
Yeah, I don't know.
They can
I'm
just
not a big fan of these options you're putting out here.
replace the Knicks. How about that? No New York Knicks, just the Raptors. That's it. Wait, if the Raptors are the Knicks, can we swap?
Yo, do you think the Raptors G League team could beat the Knicks?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the roster.
How many players on the current Knicks team do you think will be on the team in 3 years?
In 3 years? Probably like 2.
Who?
Maybe Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett. That's about it.
No Mitchell?
I don't know. He might be gone. Possibly. You already know we're gonna use him as trade bait. If you're good on the Knicks, we're like, oh, we can get something out of this guy.
Oh man. So let's talk some draft, man.
Open it up.
All right, man. You got the order pulled up?
Yeah.
All right.
Number 1 pick.
Number 1 pick is Minnesota.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Having it for the third time in 5 years now. Evan
Yeah,
and Carl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, previously with the number 1 pick.
yep. Who do you think they should take?
Who
Do they need? So they got D'Angelo Russell. He's a good point. He's a combo though, so you could, get a guard to go with him. And they got Towns. And then besides that, everybody else can get washed out, unless you like someone else on the team. I'm good without anybody else in that squad.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't even think D'Angelo Russell is that type of dude that's like, oh, if I thought LaMelo was gonna be like a superstar, having D'Angelo Russell on my team is not gonna stop me from drafting LaMelo. I'll just draft him and then get rid of D'Angelo Russell. You know what I mean?
Because realistically, if you think about it, D'Angelo Russell just had that one great season, and then besides that, it's just like, he's a solid player, but he's nothing to ride home about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they gotta take Anthony Edwards.
I'm thinking the same shit, bro. Honestly.
It scares you being the whole like Wiggins similarities that looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane, the erratic decision making, at times, how raw he is, the shot selection is concerning. But I think something a lot of people don't know is that he's only been playing basketball like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like the number 1 football player in the country on like some LeBron James type shit. And then decided to switch over to basketball like in high school pretty much is when he decided to like I think his junior year he decided to really start concentrating. So he's really only been taking basketball like serious for like 3 years.
So he's raw, like super raw.
Yeah. But fucking 6'9" wingspan, 230 pounds, jump out the gym, and by a lot of people's accounts is like a good kid and a hard worker. And this is something that's going to come up with everyone in this draft, but everyone's had like a full year almost to just work on their game. Like classes ended. First of all, most of these guys weren't even going to class in the first place. Like, let's be real. But classes ended in March.
Yeah.
Due to the pandemic. And all these guys have been doing since March is just working on their game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of these guys, like, you could expect to see them develop a lot in this time between when we seen them last. Like his last game for Georgia, it was 9 months ago.
Yeah, true that. So, well, I mean, I like him. I definitely like him for Minnesota more because he can defend. He can do the shit that D'Angelo Russell like can't do. You know what I'm saying? And there's no one else that can take playing time from him. There's no one else on this roster that can take playing time from anybody that they pick at this number 1 spot. That should be good. But him specifically, there's no other guard that you can look and be like, well, we don't have to play him 40 minutes a night. He needs to play like almost every minute for them. And I like him. He can shoot a little bit. He's a little streaky. He can handle the ball a little bit. And I've seen him. He can score if he has to. He's not necessarily a scorer, but he had to do it for Georgia, and he can't do it. Like I like the kid. He's definitely a hardworking dude. I did not know he started playing basketball 5 years ago. That's kind of wild.
Right. That's the thing I think that gives me the most amount of hope with him is that like his eye discipline and like his mental side of the game really lacks behind what you'd want to see from the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
But if he has that that workman mentality and realizing that he's still so new to the game that you could see him developing into somebody who's a really valuable piece. The problem is you could also see him going the other way and being an absolute bust and being like OJ Mayo or somebody.
Maybe. I mean, the thing about Anthony is that I like is just honestly just the defender type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like he'll be in the league for a while because he can actually defend people.
He's got to figure it out though. He's got to learn how to actually defend them because his like on-ball defense at times looks like suffocating, and then like other times he gets like lost in basic fucking actions, dives on picks and rolls. Like the defender part has a long way to come. The Alex Caruso stuff,
Yeah.
He
Well,
doesn't.
you know that shit.
And anyway.
That comes with time, bro. You know that comes with time. You have to play basketball to like really get used to that.
But everything comes with time and fit and situation, right? Like, hopefully, when he goes, if he gets drafted into Minnesota, he's not going to be expected to be the savior the same way Wiggins was.
Yeah.
There's already Towns there,
Mm-hmm.
and there's already Russell, right? So I think that'll be like good to allow him to develop a little bit more naturally. If he had to go into a situation like the Knicks or Detroit or like Cleveland, something like that, Orlando, like one of these,
for him,
Charlotte, I think would be the worst fit for Anthony Edwards. Stay the fuck away from Charlotte.
Yeah, if he has to go somewhere where he has to score and shit, that's not where he's best. He's not like this dude that's gonna get you like 20 points a game in the NBA, like in his first couple seasons. It's gonna take him a minute.
Good. I really think he could. He has that like microwave type of game. The only problem is it looks very like Zach LaVine to me.
He needs too many. He needs too many shots for it, bro. He needs way too many shots for that shit.
And I tell you what, he's another one of these dudes that jumps too fucking high on his jump shot.
Yeah, true.
All these dudes that try to jump out of the gym on corner threes is not necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I like his game though. You see anybody else that can go that number one spot?
Yeah, absolutely. Killian Hayes, I think, has a chance to be the best player in this draft class. A lot of people say that he's like shades of James Harden in how he looks and he's approached the game. He's extremely left-hand dominant, which is like his biggest problem.
So he came from overseas, right? Where'd he play?
He played in France. He's a big dude. He's like 6'5". He has like a good frame, good ball handler. He shoots well, like off the dribble. Like he has all the like James Harden, Luka bag with the like change of pace, step back type of stuff. Like,
so he's an American kid that went to play overseas for 1 year, or what?
I think he was like his dad was like an American military person or something like that, and was like stationed in France or something like that. Oh wow, look at that! He's projected by the Ringer.com to go to the Knicks.
Jesus Christ,
number 8. Oh, you remember the last time you guys took a French point guard at 8? Didn't that turn out so well?
Frankie Smokes. Yeah, it turned out great. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. All right. So 6'5", 6'5" with a 6'8.5" wingspan is Killian Hayes. And he's also still 18 years old. He's one of the youngest players in the draft. So
that's cool. Is it ever going to be great? Is it going to be great when we'll be like, oh yeah, he's 6'5" and he has a 6'2" wingspan? He'll be a great basketball player. Has anybody else ever said that? Every time we see someone's wingspan, we're like, oh, yeah, he's going to be good. 6'5" with a 9-foot wingspan. Hell yeah.
Hey, there's only like 2 players in the whole NBA, I think, who have a negative wingspan.
It's not a common like human thing, I understand. But like I don't think
it happened to me.
You got unlucky, man.
Hey, this week on Medical Mysteries. No, I think I read somewhere like that. I think the only 2 people in the NBA who have a negative wingspan are JJ Redick and Julius Randle.
2 decent players.
Yeah.
2 decent players. But like I'll say this, I haven't really heard a whole bunch of like Killian Hayes talk for Minnesota, honestly.
I haven't heard any of it.
If he goes there, I'd be shocked. If Anthony Edwards gets picked, I wouldn't be too shocked. I would be shocked.
You got to pick the best person, and I think a large part of me would be tempted to pick Hayes as well, because when I see his game, I see like pieces that translate to the next level in the NBA. Scoring at the hoop and behind the 3-point line, the like passing, the ball handling, the size. He actually played much better defense than Anthony Edwards did by all accounts this past season. And with a frame that's also like real big. And you have to remember he's playing against grown men.
Yeah, he was. That's a key thing. That's a key thing.
And when when the season started, he was 17 playing against grown men.
Yeah. You know? Hey, look, I hear everything you're saying, and I didn't want to bring this up so early.
Oh no! Are you gonna do it? Is it not a ball out?
Not
a ball out? No.
I'm not bringing that up. I think I'm sick of the Euros. Anybody from Europe, I'm sick of them. If you went to Europe and you didn't go to college, something happened. There was a problem. You should have went to college and played in D1 basketball. Why the fuck did you go overseas? I don't want no European players on my team. I don't want that shit. If you were from here, go to fucking Kentucky and play for a year. Why do you go to France? LaMelo went to Australia.
All right, I guess we gotta talk about it now then, man. So what about LaMelo?
LaMelo, he fucked, like his whole life is fucked. He went to Australia and played for a year. Like something was wrong with you. Brandon Jennings, he was retarded. So he went to Australia and played. All these dudes who go to overseas for 1 year.
Moutier.
Stupid shit. Moutier, he did it. Yo, Moutier sucks.
He was supposed to go to SMU. He went to China.
Let's talk about it, bro. I'm just saying, like.
Oh, damn. There was another dude who did that a long time ago, too. It was like Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler somebody. He was like a big man who was like supposed to be the best college player and went to go play in fucking Spain and got his ass kicked up and down.
Yeah, he played with the Knicks for Summer League.
Yeah.
All these dudes, these kids, bro, going to fucking Europe or going to Australia, playing for a year, like, stop fucking up. Like, it's so easy for you. It's an easy ride. Play basketball. The teachers are going to give you an A. Go to Kentucky or Duke. You get drafted high. I got questions about all these dudes.
I tell you what's interesting, though, is this new path that they've opened through the G League.
The G League, yeah.
Right out of high school to the G League. I think you can make something like $500,000 or like $1 million or something. It's something that's like still a sizable amount of money that'll change your life, but you don't have to go, fly commercial and play FC Istanbul.
Yeah. Hey, look, but don't get me wrong. If you had to do it just to get money for your family, I totally understand it. But I'm just saying, like, you really I don't really hear that shit a lot. They just kind of do it because they were fucking just doing dumb shit. Most of the time.
Like, think about if you're somebody like James Wiseman, like he ends up playing 2 games at Memphis. Yeah. You might as well got the fucking bag and played it.
You should have, but that's on him.
Bro, I'm waiting for the next wave of like these kids coming out of high school. If the NBA is not gonna let them right in the NBA, when are these kids gonna start like leveraging these soccer teams that have like really good basketball teams and like start a fucking bidding war? What happens if like the next LeBron James is coming out of high school and we don't let high school kids into the NBA, and instead of going to Duke, he's like Real Madrid and Barcelona, who wants me?
Hey, they don't know, bro. They don't know. Or like I said before, start going to these HBCUs, see what's popping.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
But that Real Madrid money is different than fucking Grambling State.
It is. But make a difference. But I'm telling you though, a lot of these kids who go overseas and then come here, I can't really think of anyone that's like even an all-star, bro, to be honest with you. Name me one all-star that, like, I know it's a fairly new move to go, out of the United States and come back, but like, name me one all-star who did that shit. I can't think of one.
Brandon Jennings.
He wasn't an all-star.
He never was?
No. He was good for a couple of years.
He had a 50-point game his rookie year.
He was good for a couple of years, but he's not like an all-star player.
Well, no one's really done that route yet. We'll see.
It's been a good amount of times to me is where like I would think, all right, is he going to be good? Is he not going to be good? I don't know.
But that's also only for like American players. Like if you look at Luka, there's no problem with the European system. Like Luka is out here playing for Real Madrid when he's 15 and 16, and he comes in the league prepared to dominate.
Oh, I'm done with the Euros, bro. It's over. Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili.
Wait a minute. Wait. You're like, I thought you were saying American players that go to Europe instead of going to college. You're saying
I was talking
European players too.
No, I was talking about that, and then you brought up Luka Doncic, and I'm just like, 3 Hall of Famers from Europe. Is there another one? Sabonis, did they drag him into the Hall of Fame?
He's in the Hall of Fame for sure.
Arvydas?
Petrovic is in the Hall of Fame.
Who?
Drazen Petrovic.
They put him in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing. I think it's like
killed in a civil war in his prime. Like they kind of had to, you know what I mean? Like
here's my thing. Here's my thing about like getting people that aren't American and Canadian people are low key these days. It's like it's a lot of unknown. You kind of don't know. It's really hard to say like whether they're going to be good or whether they're not going to be good. I mean, I think these days we have way more scouting on them, so it's more likely that you know that they're good.
Bro, half the best players in the league are not from America. I don't know, like what you're talking about right now. Fucking Luka is not from America. Giannis is not from America. Rudy Gobert is not from America. Ben Simmons is not from America. Kyrie Irving is not from America.
Ben Simmons played in America. Can't count him.
Ben Simmons is from Australia. Kyrie Irving is from Australia.
He went to LSU. Joel Embiid went to fucking Kansas.
Joel Embiid is from Cameroon.
He went to Kansas.
Pascal Siakam is from I don't know, Somalia. Pascal Siakam is from UNICEF, and he's still out here.
He went to New Mexico State, Pascal Siakam. He went to New Mexico State.
All right, but still, all these. All right, what about Serge Ibaka?
What about him?
He ain't go to college in America.
Is he great?
What about Sekou Doumbouya?
How many Hall of Famers went from Europe and dominated in the NBA is what I'm asking you.
Rudy Gobert, Luka Doncic.
Hall of Famers, man.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that's Rudy in the league right now.
Is Rudy Gobert going to be a Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. He's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
You're out of your mind.
Bro, if you win Defensive Player of the Year like 3 times, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Fuck, no, he's not going to be a Hall of Famer. I'll give you, I mean, look.
Yes, Mitch Richmond is in the Hall of Fame. Rudy Gobert is definitely going to the Hall of Fame, bro. He's definitely going.
That'll be wild. I'll be done with the Hall of Fame if he gets it.
I'm already done with the Hall of Fame, bro.
But nah, I'll give you Nikola Jokic, I'll give you Luka Doncic, and I'll give you Giannis. And Giannis was a project, though. That shit took a minute.
Hey, what about Porzingis?
He's decent. He gets hurt a lot.
Okay. It's not what you were saying when he was playing for New York, but all right.
I mean, he tore his ACL in New York.
But when he came in the league, he was cooking the league. He came straight to Europe playing good.
Played like 48 games in the first season. I was like, all right, he's straight. But he missed the half of the season.
All right, but that's injuries. He still was playing well in the league when he came in.
I mean, he was straight, but he kept getting hurt. Like, I was like, yeah, he's good, but can he stay on the court? His second year is the same shit.
This take of yours that, like, international players aren't good is retarded.
No. It's true. We don't fuck with him.
It's not true. Not true at all. In fact, you could argue in recent years the international in Europe has done a better job producing talent than America.
So you think we can do USA versus the world in the All-Star game? Because I know we're doing it in the Rising Stars.
Yeah, and we'll get fucking smoked.
It's a lot of Canadian players, though. I'm not talking about the Canadian players. And I'm not talking about European dudes who come to college and play for, like, a college team. I'm talking about the dudes that are straight from, like, Europe and they come and start playing.
Yeah.
In the NBA. Those are the only dudes I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Fucking both Gasol brothers. Boris Diaw.
They straight. Yeah. No, he's okay.
Tony Parker. Manu Ginobili. Dirk Nowitzki.
Anybody who played for the Spurs.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk, I already said Dirk.
Davis Bertans.
No, I don't like him.
He's about to get $100 million this offseason.
No, how about this? Darko Milicic.
Bro, You just can't be like, just because they're busts. Anthony Bennett went to college. That doesn't mean that like going to college sucks.
Was Anthony Bennett a bigger bust than Darko? That should be an article.
Yeah.
Who was the bigger
I'll
bust?
write that. We need to do that.
USA versus the world.
Yeah, I think Anthony Bennett has to be a bigger bust because he was number one.
He was pretty trash.
He went
That was one of the worst picks that I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, anyways, that's what I don't know. I didn't want to bring. That's why I said I didn't want to bring it up.
Bro, but this draft seems like that draft. That like that year, I didn't even have a problem with them taking Anthony Bennett number one. Because I saw Anthony Bennett and I was like, this is the dude who I thought had the biggest chance to be a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't turn out to be anything. But
yeah,
it's the same type of thing in this year. There's no Anthony Davis. There's no LeBron. There's no consensus top dude. So people are just going to be taking swings.
Yeah,
and, I think it's going to be interesting to see, all these different people they swing on. Now, the dude that you could argue, I think, in this draft is like the biggest swing to take out all of them is LaMelo Ball.
Possibly. And he can change my whole thinking about 1 year out of states and then coming back.
Yeah. So let's do a little ball talk, bro. You know what I mean? Let's talk balls, if we will. I am terrified. And if I was a team, I'd be like very hesitant to draft him. He's a guy, when they do all these like draft comps, when they do like shades of blah 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 blah. When I see LaMelo Ball, do you know who's the dude who I see?
What do you say?
Pistol Pete.
Oh, but which side of Pistol Pete do you see?
Both. I see the NBA, like, so you see the flashy plays. You see the, like, eyes in the back of the head passes. You see the, like, innate control in the open court and in transition. You see the flair. You also see the horrible shot selection. You see frail mentality. You see a dude who like always is the most talented player on the court, but never acts like the leader of the team.
Yeah, yeah.
You get a dude whose dad like fucked their mentality up. Pistol Pete, like his dad famously from an early age, like made his life all about basketball. And that was like the only way he could win his dad's affection. And so he like never even really loved the game, even though he was so good at it. It was like, just the only way he could appreciate it. I think LeVar has similarly tarnished LaMelo. I don't know what type of dynamic that could be, but having a dad that like pulls you out of your fucking high school and then makes you go play in Lithuania when you're 15 years old.
He fucked his whole. He really messed up his whole like college thing.
Yeah, he fucked it. He never had a chance to go to college because of his dad, who's on First Take, like making it all about him, talking about how he can beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1, do all this stuff. So if I were teams, I'd look at Pistol Pete as a cautionary tale. It's a dude with all the talent in the world, but there are big concerns.
Now the real question is, will you take a depressed Hall of Famer?
Nah.
You wouldn't?
No, bro. I'm a big culture guy. I'm a big like winning mentality. Like I don't want anyone who like doesn't love the game and like I want that Jimmy Butler shit. That like when you're losing, it feels like you can't breathe. That like you're putting like everything you have out into the court. And that's the type of like culture that you need to set down. If your best player has the LaMelo Ball attitude where I don't have to get back on defense and I don't have to do this or that, and I can take whatever shots I want and there are no consequences, or I start blaming other people when things start going wrong, or we get down by 15 and I put my head down and just start looking for my shots. That shit trickles down to everyone else on the team. And you're never going to win a championship like that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
regardless of all the talent, the mental stuff scares me. And more than anything, you have to think this kid has been famous since he was like 14 years old, 13.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a fucking Instagram star,
Yeah.
TikTok, whatever, since. How could you be 18, 19 and have been famous for like 5 years in this climate and like have your head on straight?
Zion.
He wasn't famous. LaMelo was famous before Zion though.
I mean, like age-wise.
LaMelo was fucking pointing at the court and splashing it from 30.
LeBron.
Dropping 100 points in middle school games.
LeBron.
LeBron didn't grow up during like the Instagram era, bro.
Not really, but I would push back and just say Zion was that big, if not bigger, and he ended up going to Duke. He stayed here, and he's huge.
But Zion got that big once he was already 18 and in college, right?
So you think it was before 18?
LaMelo was famous. Like we all knew, you and I knew who LaMelo was when he was in fucking middle school.
Yeah, I knew LaMelo when he was in the 8th grade, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's different than like becoming famous once you're already in college. Like, you had more time to define who you are and like handle that type of success. Like, how could success and fame and all that type of shit not go to your head when everyone's been telling you you're the shit since you were in 8th grade?
So, do you think he needs to go to Golden State?
Yes.
Like he has to go to Golden State,
or
he's like messed up.
Or this is the other thing, right? So you have the draft order.
Yeah, you got Minnesota, Golden State, Charlotte.
All right. So let's say Golden State doesn't take him, and they take Wiseman.
Yeah.
Right? You think Charlotte takes Ball?
I don't know.
I think Michael Jordan is so petty that he won't forget the shit that his dad said about beating him one-on-one.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, I think Charlotte should, and we talked about this before. Like, they definitely should take LaMelo Ball because they don't have one interesting person on their whole basketball team.
Yeah.
Like, all those dudes are hella talented too. Like, Devontae Graham's talented, Malik Monk's very talented, and Malik Bridges can fucking jump out the gym.
Yeah.
But like, I could care less if I saw him on the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a kid, I'm just like, oh, there's that black dude walking down the street. Let me cross it.
They still have Nick Batum on all the promotional materials.
You serious? He still plays with him?
Yeah. They still have him on like the updated new Hornet shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, Charlotte's a place where I want him to go, but at the same time, I don't know.
So Charlotte, like, all the concerns that I said, right? He's still somebody that, like Killian Hayes, you can see running an NBA offense through him. You can see how it could work. You know what I mean?
He's got all the talent, bro. He's got all the talent in the world.
You can see how it could work. But, all right. So if he doesn't – but excuse me. So, but Charlotte, a situation like that would be something I'm more scared of than anything. Like the Anthony Edwards reason. Now you got to be the man, and everything's on your shoulders. And when you're the man like that, and you're the best player on the Charlotte Hornets, and you already have these type of like mentality issues, there's going to be accountability problems. You know what I mean? It's going to be so easy to develop like a loser's mindset and not like promote a winning culture when you have all these scrubs around you, and you take a contested 40-footer to win the game, and you hit iron, and then it's real easy to say, "Oh, well, it's just because I'm playing with Cody Zeller."
Yeah. Now, here's my thing. This is what I want, and we can kind of jump, onto like the next picks. Golden State. I think they should draft LaMelo, because I think the talent that he has, they can kind of like the way that they play. That shit would be kind of perfect for him. And then in that way, if they teach him the right way to play and shit, he can be really fucking good, and they can go on with that dynasty and kind of move it on if they have the right pieces to go with them. I think it's going to be similar to like if Detroit would have fucking drafted Carmelo,
right?
Like in that draft. I think it's going to be similar to that. Whereas, like, if he goes there, his whole career is different than when he went to fucking Denver and he had to be himself and, like, he shot all the shots and did everything he wanted. If he went to Detroit, he would have been a way different player, probably had a couple championships, would have been, like, compared to LeBron. We don't compare him to LeBron because he went to the wrong team.
He would have to fit in that team dynamic.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else in this whole draft fits. Maybe, like, I could see them taking Wiseman, too. I can see Golden State taking Wiseman. But just those two dudes, either Wiseman or LaMelo, I think LaMelo fits more than anyone, like, in this whole draft, like, the style that they do. Because he doesn't necessarily – like, people keep saying, like, he needs the ball to run the offense. He doesn't need the ball. He fucking cuts. He moves.
Nah, he absolutely needs the ball.
He be moving. Y'all faking on him. I'm telling you.
Nah.
Who ran the point when he was playing with Lonzo?
Huh?
In high school, who was running the point?
I'm talking about LaMelo.
Now, I know. That's what I'm saying, though. Who ran the point when he was playing with Lonzo?
In high school.
Huh?
He didn't play with Lonzo.
Yeah, he did. Freshman year.
Bro, he's 4 years younger than his brother. What are you talking about?
He played with him freshman year. He did. It was him and his other two brothers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they played in high school together. Lonzo ran the point.
Who gives a fuck? Lonzo sucks. If they're going to be playing in the NBA, I know who's running point.
Now Lonzo sucks.
I know who's going to be sitting on a bench watching, and his name is Lonzo. He's the worst player in the whole bubble. He was atrocious.
That's 10 games, man.
It looked like he'd never played basketball before, bro.
Only 10 games.
Listen.
Stretch.
Listen, so I think you have, like, you bring up a good point, which is, like, there are two schools of thought on this Warriors pick, right? There's you got to make sure that you nail this pick and get something right now to help you win the championship.
Oh, this is a huge pick for their whole legacy, though. Like, to extend the dynasty, bro.
Well, you got to choose your path. Do you want to get something like right now to make you win in this moment? Yeah. And cash all in on the Draymond, Steph, Clay experience, or do you try to get the bridge piece that keeps you like dynastic for the next 10 years, right? So you get your Tim Duncan to extend.
This is like Boston Lynn bias. This is Detroit.
Yep.
Trying to take Melo instead of Darko. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a rare opportunity. Teams that win chips and shit and have great players don't get top 5 picks ever. Like this is rare.
Yep. They got to nail it. For me, with Ball in the fit in Golden State, I do think it's the best fit for him. I don't know if it's the best fit for them. He scares me as somebody like when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. I don't agree with you. I don't think he's good off the ball at all. And I think he's a very poor shooter as well.
He takes horrible shots. That's his problem.
Yeah. But that's also Andrew Wiggins' problem.
He can't shoot at all.
And I don't need Andrew Wiggins and LaMelo Ball running the show in Golden State, jacking up a bunch of contested threes.
That's the other thing too. Like they could use that pick and Wiggins as like some trade bait to get like somebody else.
All right, so I have a proposed trade. It's funny you brought that up.
Yeah.
Larry Nance and the Cavs pick for the Warriors number 2 pick.
Larry Nance Sr. or Larry Nance Jr.?
The high flyer.
I don't think I'm interested in Larry Nance Jr.
Why not?
Because he doesn't do much for me. I've seen him play in the finals. I'm good off that. He's
gotten a lot better since you saw him last. I'll tell you that much. I know no one's watched fucking Cleveland at all.
You haven't watched Cleveland.
I watched some Cleveland last year. I did.
What's wrong with you?
I wanted to see how far they could push Kevin Love to the breaking point before he just shoots up the whole stadium.
You're a fucking absolute lunatic, son. You are so fucking nuts.
Bro, Kevin Love is just like posted up for 8 seconds with great position. He's got his man sealed underneath the basket, and Darius Garland is just like doing the skip to my Lou out on the perimeter.
Oh, God, dude.
But Larry Nance, seriously, has turned into a dude who's legitimate 6'11".
Yeah. So give me that pick again one more time. I feel like I missed it. As soon as you said Larry Nance, I was like, no. Go ahead. Let me do it one more time.
It's just Larry Nance and the Cavs pick for the Warriors pick. If you look up Larry Nance's stats from last year, he shot almost 40% from 3 on a good amount of attempts. It was like 5 attempts a game. He had the highest amount of assists of his career. He was like one of the 10 best passing big men in the whole league. And they ran a lot of like high post Jokic type stuff for him, where like he had the ball there and like fed it out to cutters, or as the Draymond Green type thing where he got the ball in the short roll and then has to make that skip past the corner real quick. So he's somebody who proved that he could play defense, that he could shoot, that he could pass, and he's athletic and can defend the rim. So,
all right, so I see the pick. Now I'm Cleveland, and I'm asking you, why would I do that? Why do I want the 2? Is there anybody that I want if I'm Cleveland? Who do I want? Why would I give up Larry Nance and take the 2 pick? Who's the dude I want on the draft board that moves me up to 2 from 5?
well,
making me excited.
if everything comes together, you could see Wiseman. If you'll have one of the 2 between LaMelo and Edwards at 2, regardless. Killian Hayes will likely be there as well as Onyeka Okongwu, who most people are comparing to Adebayo in terms of his mobility with his feet and his verticality at the rim and his passing ability.
Yeah.
There's a dude who can switch onto guards and keep them in front of them and also block shots at the rim.
I don't know, man. That'd be a weird trade. I don't see it happening just because, I mean, you know what? It is Cleveland. It could happen because I don't know if they know exactly what they want to do. So it could happen, but highly unlikely, I would say. But we'll see.
I feel like for Cleveland, that would be more like I think Golden State would say no before Cleveland would. I think most teams, if you have the opportunity to go up to the number 2 pick, you'll do it.
You would, but
if all it costs them too is a pick swap and Larry Nance.
Yeah.
So
I'm asking you, who do they want? Like, why would they move from 5 to 2? Is there like the 3 people in front of them? Are they going to take the dudes that you think they're going to want? Like Chicago and Charlotte, 2 inept franchises?
Well, if you think that it's a 2-player draft, right, and it's just Edwards and Ball, and you have the opportunity to get one of them, like who gives a fuck that they drafted a point guard each of the last 2 years? Darius Garland sucks, and Colin Sexton refuses to pass, and the worst passing point guard in the entire NBA. So neither one of these dudes is the answer, right?
Yeah.
So just because you took point guard last 2 years, if LaMelo Ball is your dude and you think that he has a chance to be a superstar, then you make the trade and you go get him.
LaMelo, don't go to Cleveland. Refuse to go to Cleveland.
They would want like a Killian Hayes more.
Yeah, they should he needs to refuse to go to Cleveland. Don't go to fucking Cleveland. Like that place, they are in. They're bad. They're really fucking bad.
But so this is the beginning of our exercise, right? Talking about LaMelo. So if he doesn't get taken by the Warriors at 2, let's look at the order. Charlotte is 3. I don't think Charlotte's going to take him.
No.
Right? Who's 4?
Look, you already know who Michael Jordan's going to get.
Yes, somebody who played 4 years in the ACC.
Yeah. He's getting Cole Anthony.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
he better not. He better not.
You know he's good.
He better fucking not.
It's gonna be Cole Anthony or fucking who else came from Duke? I don't even know any of the Duke. Tyus Jones, his brother.
Well, there is one dude for Duke I wanted to talk a little bit about later.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Cash's family is
Yeah.
someone from Duke.
I like him. I like Cassius. Come on. Keep going though. So you're saying Charlotte probably won't take him.
Charlotte's right. So who's 4?
Chicago.
Chicago's not taking him. Could you imagine LaMelo Ball and Zach LaVine together?
2 light skins? Nah, they're too light.
That'd be a fucking mess with their decision making and shot selection problems.
You need more color.
And defensively, having both of them together, they can't take LaMelo.
Their defense is already horrible.
Right. So who's next after Chicago?
Cleveland, but you said if they swap with Golden State.
Yeah. But I think most people don't think that they're going to take him because they have the 2 point guards that they took the last 2 drafts. Now, I wouldn't give a fuck about that, but I think the GM probably would because it makes you look bad when you draft the same position 3 years in a row.
Yeah, this is true.
Right? So, what's after Cleveland?
You got Atlanta.
We're not taking him. We have Trae Young.
Who are you going to take? Just a question. Who would you want to get?
We'll get back to that.
Okay.
Right?
7 is Detroit.
So yeah, we can't draft Trae Young and LaMelo. It's the same thing. Defensively, we'll be the worst team in the league.
You already are. Go ahead.
Yeah, true that. After that is Detroit. Now, Detroit is the first place that I could see him going to.
That'd be a weird pick. I don't even.
But I don't see them taking him either. I think Detroit would much prefer to have like Isaac Okoro or Okongwu. I think Detroit is fairly happy with, and I don't think he fits the persona of the city and the team.
I could see Detroit taking that dude from Florida State.
Patrick Williams.
Patrick Williams, yeah. I can see him taking Patrick Williams. I
could see that as well.
But if LaMelo falls all the way down, New York's taking LaMelo Ball at 8. Like they're not taking LaMelo Ball.
You go rock with LaMelo Ball and RJ Barrett on the same team? There's only one. Hey, there's only one ball, right?
Yeah, LaMelo.
Yeah. RJ, what's RJ going to be doing? Just jacking off on the end of the bench?
I don't know what he's going to be doing. He'll be on the Knicks.
You going to have his headphones in, listening to Drake like Michael Bokar?
Let me tell you something right now. I can't even remember fucking owner's name. Dolan. Mike Dolan. That's his name, right? I'm not tripping, right? I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, you are tripping. James Dolan.
James Dolan. He is not going to sit there and look at all this data about Instagram followers, Twitter followers, YouTube followers, LeVar Ball. He's going to look at this shit show, and he's going to tell his GM, you don't fucking draft LaMelo Ball, I'm firing this whole squad. Tom Thibodeau can suck a dick. The GM can get fired, president, everybody's gone. He's getting LaMelo.
They just brought in Worldwide West and
I know.
And whoever rose.
Yeah, but for some reason, James Dolan, he can't. He's got that Jerry Jones syndrome.
Yeah, he's retarded. He's the worst owner in the league.
He won't let the team he won't let the people he hired do what they're supposed to do.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying everyone's talking about LaMelo going number 1, but I think there's a scenario where I wouldn't be shocked if he fell outside the top 10 on draft.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked either. But I honestly, I would be shocked if New York don't take him. But
I'd be shocked if they do take him. I don't see how you can have LaMelo and RJ together. I don't see that as working.
They don't care about basketball. They don't care about basketball anymore. It's about selling tickets. And we don't even have fans in the stands. And they just want to get people to watch the games, bro.
People already watch the games. New Yorkers are crazy for the fucking Knicks.
We stopped watching this year.
All they want to do is see a winner.
We stopped watching this year.
All right. Let's talk about a couple other guys in this draft. One of them you just brought up, possibly going to Detroit, Patrick Williams.
Yeah. What do you think about Patrick Williams? I kind of like him.
I like him a lot too. It's a dude who is a very fluid athlete.
The typical Florida State person. He's literally a typical Florida State player.
This is going to be a weird comp, but it is what it is. He reminds me as a mix between Jaylen Brown and Marvin Williams.
Jaylen Brown and Marvin Williams. Yeah, a little bit.
Like very raw coming out. Both of them only played 1 year in college. Marvin Williams, like Patrick Williams, didn't start, but
Yep,
like
16.
flashed all of the like tantalizing athleticism and shit like that. The Patrick Williams difference is that he shoots threes, which Marvin Williams didn't do in college.
Yeah.
And he's a multi-positional defender.
Yeah.
So
he's a good defender. He kind of like he reminds me of like he's a 3-and-D. He kind of reminds me of like Aminu, but he shoots better than him though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's like strictly 3D. You know,
a better defender than Aminu, and I think he's bouncier than Aminu is as well.
He is. But like it's so weird. Like a lot of those Florida State had so many like 6'7", 6'8", like swingmen that could just splash the joint. You know what I'm saying?
They're stocked with like NBA athletes. Their whole team is NBA level athletes.
I don't know. Hopefully he turns out to be good. I don't know where he's gonna go, but I feel like he's definitely a role player. Like it's a safe pick if you get him.
I mean, and then there's his teammate, Devin Vassell, who's 6'10". Many people consider him to be like the best shooter in this draft. He shot almost 42% from three in college. He also had like one of the best steal and block combined rates. So that's a dude that you can look at immediately and be like, this is a dude who could help a good team.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's good. I like him.
So that's you asked who I want or who I think the Hawks are going to take. Mm-hmm. That would be somebody who I would focus on.
Vassell?
Devin Vassell. I think if we can trade down the draft. In this particular trade that they proposed, the Hawks got the Wizards pick at 9 and 37 and Troy Brown Jr. I wouldn't mind Troy Brown Jr., but I'd also want to get Gary Payton the third.
Gary Payton Jr.?
Yeah, dude, he's a hellacious defender. He's really terrific.
He's not on this draft board.
He's in the league
for the first. Oh, he plays for the. Who's he play for?
He plays for the Wizards.
Jesus Christ, I'm tripping. I'm like, wait, what? I've heard of him. I was like, I've heard of him, but I don't remember him at all. So you'd like to see Patrick Williams? That's so weird because you already have Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter.
You can never have enough people who can guard three positions and shoot threes. Is my opinion.
I don't know. So that's what you want?
That's one person I think. I'd like Tyrese Halliburton as well.
He's a scratch. I like him a lot.
He reminds me, for people who don't know Halliburton, he's like a big point guard. I think with Iowa or Iowa State. Iowa State.
He's really good.
6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan.
He can shoot as well.
Yep, he was the best catch and shoot player in the entire nation. Off threes. He also did well like shooting off the dribble and pick and roll.
You know, he reminded me of he's taller though, but he reminded me of Fred VanVleet. He really took control of his team. He could shoot that like every time he's open, he's knocking that shit down. Like
I can see what you're saying now.
He didn't play rush. He never played rush. Yeah. He was like really good point guard. Man. He's really good. Honestly, if somebody gets him, he's good. I was saying the same shit about VanVleet before, but this dude is taller. He's 6'5", so you can't like miss him.
Yeah,
it's like
I think I'd be more confident about him than LaMelo, to be honest.
Honestly, I could agree with that. He's good. I really like this.
He's gonna be good. The person he reminds me of is like a better shooting Sean Livingston.
That'd be crazy. Sean Livingston is a good player.
Yeah, he reminds me of the person who like does all those things. He's like not a very good individual defender. He's just average, but he's like a terrific team defender.
Nah, he's a beast. He's a beast.
Really smart positional player, and he's a really good passer too. Not in the like flashy LaMelo Ball way, but like he can make an actual entry pass into the post.
Yeah.
Number one on my checklist.
Good. All right. So I feel like we can talk about a couple names and then kind of be done with the draft. Where do you think Obi Toppin is going to go? He's a little older, like you said. But he's a good player, though. He's a solid player. Sophomore at Dayton, 6'9". He can shoot a little bit. Pretty athletic.
Who needs an offensive 4?
Probably
everybody. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Knicks. He goes to New York.
I was thinking about him. If he's still on the board, I'd take him at 8, definitely. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. He's got the body. He's already got the NBA body. Like, he's ready to play.
Yeah. He reminds me so much of John Collins.
Does he?
Yeah.
He can't jump off the gym like Collins, but he can jump, though.
Yeah. He could jump, but they get all their, like, or they did in college, get, like, all their points at the rim from, like, pick and roll type stuff. And just their second jump, both of them, they have, like, a really good
The thing that scares me about Obi Toppin is that his post game reminds me of, like, Tyler Hansbrough.
Yeah. Nope. We're not.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah. No.
It's so bad, dude.
But like, I don't think we posted up anyway, bro. He shot the 3 well in college. He shot like 39%, even though it wasn't a whole lot of attempts.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he was doing it because he was just tall, and he played it at Dayton, which like their division or conference isn't, a lot of big people. So like he had to. And it's like, if I get a switch, can you get me a bucket? And I'm just looking at the way he was posting up, like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, I don't want you posting up unless it's on a switch on a smaller player.
That's what I'm saying though. Like if I get a switch, the way he was posting up, I didn't like the way he was.
Yeah, you got to be able to punish a smaller player. You can't be Kristaps Porzingis out here getting beat up by Marcus Smart in the fucking paint. They have him going to the Spurs in this one, which is an interesting pick, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him going to New York. I could see him working there. I could see him. See, Cleveland is so goddamn all over the place. Like I could see almost anything happening there.
See the draft I'm looking at, they got Obi Toppin going to Cleveland.
Yeah, I could see him go to Cleveland.
Him and Kevin Love would be.
I mean, I could even see him in Charlotte.
Yeah, I guess.
But he's not somebody who moves the needle so much for me. Is that I think he'll ultimately be like a nice, good player. Somewhere between Amari Stoudemire and Kyle Kuzma, maybe like John Collins now.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
He'll probably be like a 20-10 dude that doesn't do anything to help you win.
Yeah. Anyways, last dude you want to talk about?
Last dude I want to talk about. Oh, I only get one.
Cassius Clay?
I was thinking about Cassius Stanley. There's a dude who went to Duke. I don't really understand why he's like so far down on everyone's boards.
He can't shoot.
He can shoot.
His percentages are deceiving.
He can shoot.
No, I'm saying his percentages are deceiving. Like if you watch the games, I'm sure they got like advanced stats on him. When games were close and shit like that,
yeah,
he was missing the shots.
Mm.
That's the only thing. But he hits shots, but then like when the game starts to get closer and closer, like the second half, he starts missing. Because he's another one of those dudes.
The skill set is there. You know what I mean?
He's good.
We're also talking about a dude who broke Zion Williams's vert record.
Yeah, he jumps high, dude. He jumps high as fuck. He jumps way too high on his jump shot.
So yeah, that's another one. But I mean, but just for somebody who's projected to go in the like 30s or 40s right now, I mean, what is the appreciable difference between him and
Cole Anthony
Edwards?
Yeah, true. Not much to me. I saw him in high school. He was good.
It's the same type of archetype, right? Athletic dude who's streaky.
I saw him in high school. He was good. He's a good player, and he played well for Duke.
That's a dude I wouldn't mind people taking shots on. At the
How old is he? How old is he? He's a little older than some of these other dudes.
I'm not gonna look it up. I don't care
Nah.
that. The other dude I did want to talk about briefly, Terry, is somebody who you've probably never heard of. His name is Pokusevski.
Nope, never heard of him.
Have you heard of him at all?
Mm-mm.
No. I'm trying to
No.
see if they. All right, they have him here on the. He's ranked 25th on the Ringers guide. I've seen him in different things as high as 10.
Really?
As high as 10. He's 7 feet tall. He's a shooting guard.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, is he that kid that was playing? He was playing like the second division team in like Serbia or some shit.
Yes. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
playing for Olympiacos B. He's 18 years old, 7'3" wingspan, 7 feet tall, 200 pounds. So skinny as a fucking rail.
Pretty skinny.
He's not a big man. He's a legitimate guard who plays the two. He handles the ball, passes, he moves like a wing, and he can shoot it.
Hey man, you know what? I remember his name. His tape kind of looked like Giannis. It was a little weird.
Yeah, it's one of these things. It's like you can't tell anything about him because the guys he's playing in looks like dudes at the Y.
Yeah, that's just hilarious. I don't know, man.
But for teams that are like trying to take a swing, like the end of the lottery, right?
Mhm.
Like you never know. You got let's say the Lakers. Like you said, who are the Lakers going to pick? Who are the Lakers going to pick? Well, if this dude's still on the board, you wouldn't take a flyer if you already have a championship team on a dude who's 7 feet tall and is a shooting guard.
Possibly. I don't know. You never know. I only watch a lot of ACC games, so I'm used to just like those names most of the time when we're looking at shit.
Yeah, it's somebody to watch down the line when you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Nah, he's a weird dude. And where do you think this kid that everybody's talking about, the guy from Israel, where do you think he's going to end up going?
A lot of people talking like number 4. Yeah, people really like him as a playmaker, as a Danilo Gallinari type. Taller ball handler. I think there's a lot of people who have like concerns about his shooting, from what I've read. But you can't teach being 6'10" and being able to dribble, pass, and shoot.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, look, you can teach somebody how to shoot. If they ain't got no hitch in their shot, you can get them to shoot a little better.
Yeah. It's all about fit.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that. But we'll see how it goes.
Like this is another place where like certain teams just can't draft you, right?
Yeah.
He's ranked number 4. Denny Avija is who we're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
He's ranked number 4 on the Ringers big board.
Yeah.
Charlotte picks at 3. If Charlotte took this dude, like there might be riots, like, or nobody would even notice. Like I don't even know what way it would go.
But I don't think Charlotte cares.
You can't take him if you're Charlotte.
No.
You can't take him.
Nah.
Which sounds stupid because this is the same type of shit that people are saying about Luka. Oh, you can't have him in Atlanta. Atlanta's too black for Luka, and then now he turns out to be a generational superstar. And you're like, oh man, if only we had taken Luka.
I mean, if we really want to talk, I think Luka Doncic is blacker than Trae Young.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking black on black, like, come on.
Oh man, he's definitely blacker than Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, it's blacker than him.
All right, I think that's enough draft stuff. I did want to transition to a little bit of soccer, man. We have some exciting USA news and how they selected the team for the upcoming friendlies.
Yep.
So for those of you who do not know, we finally got a decent-looking U.S. men's national team soccer roster that includes all the promising young talent that's playing in Europe. that has not been included over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So the 21 or 18 players that are picked, yeah, the average age of all these players is 21 years old. Not a single one of them comes from the MLS, and many of them play in Champions League clubs.
Yeah.
Zach Steffen plays for Manchester City. Sergio Des plays for Barcelona. Conrad de la Fuente plays for Barcelona. Chris Richards plays for Bayern Munich. Weston McKennie plays for Juventus. I'm trying to think. Christian Pulisic plays for Chelsea.
Everybody knows him.
Gio Reyna plays for Borussia Dortmund. So that's like 10 Champions League players right there, which is this is the first time I think we've ever been able to say that.
Yeah, I think, is this the first time there's like no MLS players on the list? Like just as a team?
Oh, MLS players.
For anything? It's like this is the first time this has ever happened?
I think it's got to be. I mean,
friendly or anything, like any competition.
So they did that intentionally because the MLS playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If they left, they'd have to like miss 14 days with the quarantine and all that type of shit. So
damn, crazy. I didn't even think about that. I thought they were just like
really couldn't take anyone from the MLS and were like forced to do this. But I think this will end up like being the path they end up going down anyway, and that was just kind of an excuse to cut the MLS out.
Possibly. I mean, so who they're playing? Looks like they're gonna play. They're playing Wales.
Yeah, Wales and then Austria, I think, or no, Panama.
Panama and Austria. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think about this?
We're playing Panama in Austria.
It's got to be some Corona shit.
Who thought that would be a good idea in a pandemic?
It's got to be, yes. It's some Corona shit, but I don't know why. It's just very weird to move all those players over there.
Stupid.
I guess Austria doesn't make you quarantine. They're like, oh, yeah, just come play.
They're like, oh, no, Biden's president now. You guys are totally good. Welcome back.
Test. Mouth swab, nah. Up the nose? Nah, you're good.
Nah. So what are your thoughts on this squad, man?
Well, if I'm being honest, if I look at the team, I kind of like this squad, bro. This is probably one of the best looking teams, like name-wise, that I've seen in a while. So you're used to seeing like DeAndre Yedlin, who ain't really doing shit for me. You're used to seeing like Michael Bradley, who really doesn't move the meter for me. Josie Altidore, he ain't moving the meter for me either. I'm really glad that I'm not seeing those type of names. But at the same time, I'm still seeing John Brooks. I've seen him a lot. I know what he can do. I know what he can't do. Tim Ream, I know what he can do. I know what he can't do. So I'm interested in seeing like the brand new motherfuckers that we know, like the Champions League dude. I want to see those dudes. Besides the goalie, I want to see Zach Steffen because he's good.
They're in there. Hopefully we'll see some Chris Richards.
Yeah, I want to see him.
Have you seen any Chris Richards? You familiar with him?
I haven't seen much of him.
Center back, outside back, athletic black dude.
The dude who plays for Bayern?
Yeah.
The Bayern kid, right? Yeah, he's okay. I saw him play in his debut, and he played another game. He's okay. He's decent.
Yeah,
he held his own.
Though. He's 18. We don't know what he could be. Like you said, we know what John Brooks is.
He's more of a center back, though. He's not really a right back. He's a center back.
He's more of a center back. I agree. Anthony Robinson is a person who's a left back that could be starting for us. Either him or Reggie Cannon.
Reggie Cannon is fast as shit.
Both of them are.
Yeah. Is Anthony Robinson, he's pretty fast too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reggie Cannon is fast as a motherfucker, though.
Yeah, both of them can fly, dude. This whole team, up and down, very, very athletic.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's definitely true. I mean, like, Tyler Adams and Weston McKennie in the midfield, that's going to be – they're honestly, they're playing really well this season. Even though they don't start for their teams necessarily.
Hey, Wes McKinney just scored a banger.
Did he? I missed that.
2 days ago.
Hey, him playing for Juventus.
Tyler Adams always plays well and then gets hurt.
Yeah,
and plays well and then gets hurt. But I mean, he scored the biggest Champions League goal in American history.
Yeah,
that season.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy to see that there's one dude playing for Man City, there's two guys playing for Barcelona, and then there's another dude playing for Juventus, and then there's one dude playing for Chelsea
and Bayern Munich.
Yeah, fuck yeah! You got Bayern, and then you got Dortmund too, which is kind of like this shit is crazy.
And I mean, I know that they've fallen a little bit, but Valencia too.
Yeah.
And that's a dude who I really want to talk about. Yunus Musa. Guy who I wasn't too familiar with before his call up. Yeah. 17 years old. He's starting for Valencia.
He's starting?
Starting for Valencia. So far in the league, he's been playing really well too. He just scored a goal last weekend, has a couple assists already as well. Can fly, excellent technical and dribbling ability, good crosser of the ball. He is like a British descent and has represented England all the way through like the U21 level, even though he's only 17. And we post him and like trying to flip him.
So this is
he's considered like one of the best prospects in the world on like the level of like Bukayo Saka at Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah, he's on that level of like one of the 10 best young prospects in the whole world. And he's considering playing for us now permanently and switching.
Well, I mean, we'll see. They actually have to play in like a tournament. They made the rule. I think like the friendlies don't.
It can't be a friendly, so he'll still have time. But they're trying
Hopefully they play him. But I mean, if you look at the roster, like some of these dudes are flying on their teams. Like they're playing really well on the teams, which is good to see. I think they might end up smacking Wales and Panama, bro.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Because fucking Giovanni Reina is killing it in Germany, man. He's really killing it.
The problem is what it always has been. We don't have a fucking striker.
Yeah, that's the only thing, man. And I don't know
who's going to score the goals.
I don't know. You like Josh Sargent? I really don't like him necessarily, but
he's green. You know,
he's the only like out and out striker on this team. It looks like. Yeah. Well, I don't know all the names, but he's the only one that I know.
No, you're right. I wouldn't say I've watched too much Uli Yanez or Sebastian Soto games, so I can't really say I'm too familiar with them.
You said De La Fuente plays on the wing, right?
He plays on the wing. Pulisic is more comfortable on the wing. Reina plays on the wing or in the attacking midfield. Tim Way plays on the wing.
Tim Weah plays on the wing. I've seen him play striker, but he's not like great at it. It's not like his preferred position, I would say.
So as always, you know, that's going to be the question is filling the striker spot.
Yeah, this is the main reason why Josie Altidore gets all these minutes. Landon Donovan, where you at?
Hercules Gomez, where are you at?
Oh, God. Yeah. Hercules. Bro, is there anyone that you can think of that's a striker that you would like to see? Like for any team that's like an American?
No. Like you're talking about maybe Jordan Morris, who's more of a winger anyway.
Oh yeah, him. But I don't think he's got hold up play.
He's gotten better. Better. They stopped playing him as a striker, and they play him as a right winger now.
He still plays for Seattle, right?
Yeah, but he's gotten better with his passing and shit somewhat. He's just so left-footed still. But I mean, I don't think there's anyone that was like undeserving. You know what I mean? Or I don't think there's anyone that was deserving that didn't get called. I don't want to see any of these MLS quality strikers. Like Chris Wondolowski and
Nah, we're done with him. He doesn't need to play ever again.
fucking whatever Sidney LaRue's husband's name is.
No, he's British, bro.
Nah, he's American. He
No, he's not British.
he plays for America.
Ugh, has he played a game for America?
Yeah.
Ugh.
He played like 5 games for us. He sucks.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I remember you, like you're your wife's husband, like, and you're a professional athlete, you're not gonna represent your country.
I mean, like, here's the names. Here's the names that I remember. I remember Bobby Wood, who really didn't plan out for us. Josh Sargent, I've seen a bunch. He hasn't really played super well. Josie, the Johansson kid we got from like Norway or some shit.
Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland. Like, he fucking was trash. Wondolowski never worked out. I can't think of anybody that I would want to play like striker, honestly.
Yeah, like Charlie Davies post car.
Yeah, but he got that damn car accident. He was actually decent.
He was our best chance.
Yeah. When he got in that car accident, bro, oh my god, that shit ruined me, bro. I know it ruined his life, but like my life was like,
I know, bro, and that's when Stuart Holden fucked up his knees too.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 ACLs.
Yeah,
who does that shit?
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, there's nobody who I look and is like,
somebody's gonna have to convert, bro.
Yeah,
one of these dudes is gonna have to convert, man. It's gonna be one of them. I don't know who it's gonna be, but somebody's gonna have to convert into a striker. I mean, unless we're gonna play a false.
Ultimately, just play Sargent.
Sargent?
Yeah, I think that's what they end up doing.
I guess. I mean, he's got decent hold-up play though. But it never works with America because, like, you know, when you're playing for USA, like, everybody's not good like at your club teams that's around you.
Yeah.
So it's like you were like by yourself like a motherfucker, and you're just like, yo, wait a minute, I ain't got no layoff pass. What the fuck's going on?
No options at all.
Yeah, it makes the strikers look bad, you know, even though necessarily they're not like horrible, but it makes them look really bad when they're playing.
My thing with him is that he's just fucking weak. He's like a little kid.
Yeah.
And like there are certain people that are like weak but play strong. Like Ansu Fati, for example. Like, you know, he can't be strong. He's a 17-year-old kid with no muscles.
Yeah,
He doesn't get fucking like pushed around and manhandled out there. Sargent, like you watch him sometimes in the German league, and so they'll be like he just gets bullied.
Yeah, he gets bitched around.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird. Who's this Sebastian Soto kid from the Netherlands? Or Telstar?
I wish I knew. I've never seen him play.
No. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, we'll
he
see.
He won the like golden boot for best player in the U20 World Cup, I think.
Oh, really? All right.
So he's pretty decent.
All right.
It always fucks me up when I see these people. They're like date of birth, and I see 2001 or something like that. I'm like, oh my god.
How's it feel that a kid is better than you at soccer?
He's not. He's just in better shape than me. I'm not really going to get in Sebastian Soto shape. I could come lead the USA front line, okay?
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? There's your answer. Who should have gotten called up? Me. Me. Fuck it. And you. They should have called up me, you, Michael Osei.
Anybody that we know. Hell no. I don't know, man. The striker thing is definitely weird. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Because I really don't know any. I don't know any MLS dudes that are that good either. That are American.
I tell you what, the one to look for is the left back for Atlanta United, George Bayo.
Yeah, you were telling me about him.
Yeah, that's fucking 16 years old, dude. This kid he's very promising, very good with the ball at his feet. He has the daring that young players always have to like try something that older players wouldn't. A promising young player. To be honest, he could be like, you remember those two Brazilian twins at Manchester United, Fabio and Rafael?
Yeah.
He could go that way, but he could also be pretty good. So he'd be the next person to watch for me to be included in the U.S. team going forward.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know, man. We shall see. We're like one striker away from being an actual good team.
I'll say one thing about Atlanta United is we develop good outside backs.
Yeah, you do. Outside people in general, I think. Your wingers ended up being pretty good, and your outside backs are good.
Almiron is playing pretty decent in Newcastle.
Yeah, he's straight. And then is Josef Martinez leaving? There was somebody else that was leaving your team, right?
I don't know, man. He tore his ACL.
He did do that.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking about Buena. Who am I thinking about? It was somebody else that was good for y'all, but they were planned on leaving.
I don't know.
It is what it is. Hey, team's looking good. Hopefully they smack Wales. Like, I don't know anybody else on Wales except for Bale and who's the other kid? Ramsey or some shit.
Yeah.
One of those motherfuckers.
Aaron Ramsey. Yeah.
I just don't want to see Brad Guzan in a USA jersey ever again.
No. Oh, yeah. Even though I don't, he's very good with the reaction saves, like the off headers, off corners, and shit like that. But I think we've seen enough of going down.
Also, I'm done with Giassi Zardes.
He'll be back. That's you wonder who's going to be starting for us. I'm telling you, it's going to be Zardes.
Zardes is going to be the striker.
He's going to be starting.
He doesn't even know where he wants to play.
I promise you, he's going to be the striker. I promise you.
It'd be disgusting. Give me a different fast black person.
Because he was the striker for our coach in Columbus in the MLS. When Zardes led the league in goals, Bearholter was his coach.
Zardes led the league in goals?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think so.
No fucking way. Maybe for
how many he shanked. They probably should have scored 100 goals that year.
How old is he, bro? He's 29. His touch hasn't improved at all.
Nah. I think at this point you can assume it won't.
Yeah. You know what? You might be right. I mean, he's got 43 goals for Columbus in 81 appearances. So he
pretty big record. But the thing is, when you watch him play, he's always like missing the easy chances or free on goal and takes a touch that's way too big for no reason, and it goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Games, you know that he can't get it done. He's not the solution.
Yeah. This is the thing about America, bro. Even the MLS in general. Like, they'll have good American talent, but your striker is like some dude from South America or like Central America or some shit, or Mexico.
Hercules Gomez, bro.
No more Hercules Gomez.
Hercules. Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, Terry. We turned over. We got some new blood, some fresh blood up in the White House. And we got some fresh blood up in this U.S. men's soccer team.
Yes, sir.
We are turning a page onto a new chapter as a country.
Yep.
And I'm going to hope that we turn a page onto a new chapter of American soccer with this young, exciting core that we have going forward with.
We can start by making the World Cup. That'd be the first step.
Yeah. Oh, no. You forgot. First step is qualify for the Olympics, Terry.
Oh, God.
Then you have to qualify for World Cup. We see that people were so surprised that we didn't make the World Cup. I was like, guys, we didn't make the Olympics either. Like, thanks again, Iko Para.
Forgot about that. Hey, Ike is good, man. I ain't going to do that one slip up. He's still good.
I wouldn't mind seeing him back in the team. That'd be another person who I wouldn't.
He's still good. Like, these other guys aren't that much better than him.
Nah, like realistically, would I be upset if they took Ike over Matt Miazga?
No, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I'd probably prefer it.
I think I definitely would prefer that shit.
Especially if we're going to be playing, so our coach already said he wants to play with, a super high line and tons of pressing since we're so athletic. He's like, yeah, we're going to be all over you. So you got to play Ike if you want to play that high of a line.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Or at least try to play one of those fucking wing backs we got.
Yeah.
All wing back line. Straight speed.
Bro, I'm fine with that. That's what Bayern did with Alaba.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, just play center back. And this is what everyone's doing with the new wave right now with the center mids playing center back with Fabinho playing for Liverpool.
I mean, I ain't gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
Frankie de Jong has played the last 2 games as center back for Barcelona.
Who?
Frankie de Jong.
No word.
Yeah.
Okay. I could never see him playing that, but that's crazy.
Back in the day, Pep was famous for doing it with Yaya Toure first, and then permanently converting Javier Mascherano from a center defensive mid to a center back.
I'd be cool with it. I mean, if USA actually had like good players, I would be fine with Weston McKennie playing center back.
Yeah, but we need someone else to play midfield. Like,
you got Tyler Adams and Michael Bradley.
Oh God, never again.
Yeah, man, he messed his whole career up when he left Roma. When he went to Toronto, it all went downhill from there.
I'm not going to give Michael Bradley any fucking time on this podcast. I think Michael Bradley has taken up enough of our time over the
years. I hit something hard on him. I don't know what happened to you. I said Michael Bradley. You're just like, I'm depressed.
Yeah, I started getting like the flashbacks of the Mexico games.
Oh, God. Which one, though? Not the good one. The one where he played like
the one where he gives the ball away in front of the goal and then they fucking smash the shit up for 90. That one. the one where we got embarrassed 5-0 in the Gold Cup.
Oh yeah, that was hard to watch. Hey, look, we got better days coming, bro.
Better days on the horizon, USA.
Just like you said.
In many respects.
Yeah,
well, my friend, I think that concludes the end of this podcast.
That's a wrap up.
We had an extra long episode for you guys today. Thank you for sitting with us and enjoying our draft coverage, speculation. What's beyond speculation? That's like I feel like we can defamation.
You can name this podcast USA versus the World, bro.
Hey, we got
it,
baby.
Hell yeah, dude. We out here. We back. We back, baby. We back.
USA. 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 All right, fam. I'll see you this weekend, buddy.
Yeah, man. I'll holler at you, bro. I'll see you.
All right. Visual is out.
Where can they find this?
At www.thehLSpod.com. You can also check out my article with the 3 trades I'd like to see happen this NBA offseason. We're getting Blake Griffin onto the Nuggets, Rudy Gobert onto the Nets, and my dick in the back of Terry's throat.
All right, man. Peace.
Got a lot coming for you guys, so check out the pod, check out the website. Peace.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.